What is it that makes people hit that add to cart button when they're buying something? If you're struggling to sell more of your network marketing product or your direct sales product, and you're really looking for a way to be able to just understand your prospect more and really what's going to help make them that decision, maybe you've got prospects that are kind of dithering and they're not quite sure. Well, I'm going to be sharing with you in this episode 4 reasons why people buy, to really help you understand what's going on in people's minds, to help them make that decision or not, and how you can really use it to be able to promote your products, things you say, your messages that you send, so you can be able to get more sales in your business. So my name is Jenny Stevens, and every single week I help network marketers, direct sellers and affiliate marketers with a brand new episode of Jenny Stevens TV, where I give you, free trainings and free resources that you can download to really be able to help you, whether it's, with your recruiting, be able to sell more of your products, really brand yourself. And I'm all about creating systems, be able to make your life easier, be able to automate some of the things, and really to be able to help you get results. So that's what I'm here to do. So let's just dive straight in. So this episode, I really want to kind of delve a little bit into the psyche of our people and what makes people buy. So you think about, we'd all love to have a crystal ball, wouldn't we? To really kind of understand what it is about people that, what makes people think, yes, I'm going to buy, and they hit that button and do it. So if this is something that maybe you've been struggling with and you've not been seeing the sales that you would like in your business, then this episode is really going to help you. So, it's really important to understand the behavior, because really when you can understand what's going on in people's minds and, the kind of the process that goes on up there, you can then really use that to your advantage. So whether you're doing videos, or whether you're doing social media posts, or you're using email series and you're using email to get your message out there to people, it's really understanding, what you can use in your copy that's going to kind of cover these 4 reasons. So it's really going to be able to kind of tap into their psyche and really help take them through that journey without them, then needing to go elsewhere. So the first one is personal gain. So it's pretty self-explanatory, in terms of it's selfish personal gain. That's what it is, whether it's for personal appearance. So, us girls, we like our beauty products, hair products, clothes, all sorts of stuff. We love to be able to make our appearance better. Obviously men as well, it's not just women, men are getting much more vain nowadays as well. Or whether it's, it's for kind of performance. So whether you're an athlete or you're looking to, become stronger, faster, become better at a sport or something like that, that's really personal gain as well, because it's something that's really going to, gain something for you personally. So, and if you're really not kind of using these triggers when it comes to personal gain, you're really missing out on a big chunk of what people is. That's why I always kind of going on about the benefits of your products and what it's going to do for people, because people want that personal gain to know, well, what am I going to get out of it? So this is an absolutely key thing that you must be using in your messages. The second one is then logic and research. So this really comes into play, especially when you're using maybe higher priced items. So if you've got higher packages in your company, or you have that high ticket sales, or if you're doing if obviously you're trying to recruit people and there's different levels, or if you're affiliate marketing and again you've got some higher priced stuff, this is really where this bit is really going to help you, because adding logic to your message is really important. So have you ever think about yourself, have you ever had one of those moments where you've seen something, oh, I really want that, and you go to hit that button and then something kind of stops you? I do it all the time. I look at things like an iMac. I really want an iMac, or maybe it's a car, or I don't know, whatever it may be, but you see something, or maybe it's a course that you think, I really want to get that, but then you see the price and maybe you then sort of stop yourself. And that's when the logic in your brain starts happening. And you start then having to sort of justify things to your brain. You're nearly there. You're just about to hit that button. And then that logic starts in your brain. And you start asking yourself questions like, okay, well, is it worth it? am I getting value for money? Because maths and logic really kind of go hand in hand. So, the numbers start going around in your head, like, right, okay, well, what is this doing? So again, so really kind of keep that in mind when maybe you're looking at prices, or if you're offering discounts or something like that. They'll also be thinking, does it work for me? Is it going to work for me? And then people start researching. So when you've got the logic and the research, so the research part comes out, because people will research. They'll look up your brand, they'll look up your product name, they'll look for more information to help them make that decision. So this is why it's so important to brand yourself, necessarily more so than your company, because people will go and Google whatever it is. So you really want to be able to give people as much information as possible. Give them some of the things that maybe they'll be looking for. So it's important to do some research into what are maybe some of the common questions that people might have, because then you can really help them with your message to kind of almost save them from having to go and research. People also love comparisons, so again, think about, people want to compare product to product, or maybe there's a similar company who does a similar product, so again, think about how you can incorporate some of that comparative products or companies into your marketing messages and into your the way that you're promoting your products, to be able to help keep people there, I say, and really kind of help answer those questions that you're envisaging that's going on in their head. And when you can do that, you're really going to put yourself on a much higher plate and really be able to save people from, you'll be able to answer questions without them having to ask you, if that makes sense. So then the third one comes to social proof and third party influence. So social proof really means it's, the thoughts of somebody else. So we do it all the time. You think about whether you see an ad on Facebook for whether it's, some makeup or some clothes. I mean, I do it all the time. I see Facebook ads for clothes, and I always kind of think, I wonder if this is some cheap crap from China. I've had it before where I've bought a top and it was rubbish material. But you see things online, and then I go to the comments, because you want to see what other people are saying. So you want to see whether other people have bought that top or that dress, or they've bought whatever the product is. You want to kind of hear from real people, and this is where network marketing is so great, because it's very much a kind of a word of mouth type business, isn't traditionally, but obviously it's the same as restaurants. If you hear your friends talking about a great restaurant, you're more inclined to go and try out that restaurant. So you really want to use social proof to your advantage. Show your customers, or your prospective customers, or your potential recruits as well, the thoughts and sayings and reviews and stuff from other people. The same as holidays. I spend ages looking for holidays, and I always look through the reviews, because again, especially when you're making a big purchase, so if you have higher ticket items, you really want to focus and make sure you give lots of testimonials. Because again, people want to know, is this worth buying? Is this going to be worth my money? Am I going to get screwed over? Is it a scam? Is this real? Is it legit? So that you can use this with things like testimonials. If you do get somebody to buy your products, ask them for a testimonial, get reviews. You can use people as case studies. Obviously you've got results pictures, we see those all the time online, especially with kind of weight loss stuff. You've got before and afters. But it's just, you want to use somebody else, because I think especially when you're selling it yourself, people sometimes think, oh, well, you're just saying that because you're selling it. So if you can get as much social proof as possible, you can then take little, screenshots and snapshots and stuff of that and really use it. And it's going to make a huge difference to how your prospect will feel, knowing that they're making the right decision because they've seen all of this stuff from other people. And then third party influence is really, again, it's critical, because again, this is where, if somebody's saying something good about your brand, you again want to keep a list of all of those, because then you can use that in your marketing, because people want to know, that you've helped somebody, so if you're doing coaching, or if you're offering personal one-on-one clients, as a bonus or something to buying your product. They want to know that you've helped other people and you are a trusted person that they can come to. And then the fourth and final thing is fear of loss or missing out. So people hate missing out, don't they? I know I do. I absolutely hate it. I'm the worst, or I'm probably the best person to market to, because I always, get sucked into it. But this is where clever marketers use scarcity, and timers. So if you ever see a web page or something and you see a timer, this is for this, this fourth element with that fear of missing out. So, obviously things, we've got Black Fridays just happened, you have flash sales, all sorts of things. These are great to do because, people don't want to miss out. So if something's limited time, especially those few minutes leading up to when it's going to finish, it's going to be your most critical. But the thing here to note is, it's really important to understand all four of these elements, and especially if you're going to be using scarcity or time-based things, is you need to kind of not be aware not to use it too much, because if you're constantly discounting your products, if you're constantly got sales and stuff going on, then you're going to start diminishing your brand's worth and the condition, and then you're really going to condition your audience to only buy when there's a discount. So if you've got a flash sale every single month, well, if that was me and I see that, I'm just going to wait until the end of the month when you do a flash sale. So really be aware of how often you use that, because again, you don't want to make people only buy from you just because you've got maybe a sale going on. But when you do it right, you're really going to be onto a winner. And, using all four of these things, you've got to really pay attention to all four. And if you can incorporate all four into a really well-written post or a video, or have it on a web page or something, if you're using online methods, really important to add these into your, if you're trying to sell anything, you'll see it all the time. Pay a bit more attention next time you go to buy something, and just have a look on maybe that sales page if they're using these things. If you're creating an email series, you can leverage, it's great for email because you can have one email per day. So for 4 days, and you can really cover, those 4 things, and rather than having everything in one long email, one day you're talking about personal gain, the next day you're talking about the logic, then you're talking about, showing a lot of testimonials and reviews, and then you've really got that, this is about to end, buy now kind of thing. Some people will buy straight away, but other people, they need a bit more information. They need a bit more sort of nurturing, and to have a bit more before they can go, yeah, do you know what? I'm ready now. So it's a really simple but effective follow-up that you can put in place that covers all of those elements. So an email is a perfect way to be able to really do this. You can do this obviously in lots of other methods as well. I love email because, it's a great way to be able to follow up with people with exactly what the message that I want to get across to them. So I recommend that, you take notes with this. What I've done for you is, because these 4 things are so important, I've just created a downloadable printout thing that you can just download, print it out, save it to your computer, or print it out, put it up on your wall or something. So it's always in your mind about those 4 things. So it's just kind of summarized these 4 things with some examples of stuff that you can use. So you can go and download that now. So there'll be a link underneath this video. So it'll be jennystevenscoaching.com/09 download. So you can go and grab that now. If you're on my YouTube channel, there'll be a link in the description. Make sure you subscribe as well. Or if you are on my blog, there'll be a big button below this video. You can just go and grab that straight away right now. So I hope this helps you just kind of understand the thing that people go through, and say, pay attention to your own kind of thought process when next time you go to buy something, because once you become aware of it, you really start to see how other people market, and then you can use some of those things that you're learning from other people and use that in your own efforts as well. And it's really going to help you be able to connect to people, show them that you care, show them that you understand. You can really kind of get rid of a lot of the objections that maybe people ask themselves, straight away, and use those elements to your advantage, and it should really help you with your sales of your products. So I hope you found this useful. Feel free to share it. There'll be some shareable buttons around this video somewhere. If you found it useful, and share it with your teams. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask. You can pop them in the comments below. I hope that's useful. So take care. Grab that download now. You can pin that up on the wall, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.